clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot.
All right, we're back. So we can talk about the hot dogs.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I had a dream the other day, and I don't know if I think it was a boat. I'm pretty sure it was a boat. It wasn't moving like it was a boat. Like it was like,
well, sometimes boats don't move.
Right, but they're still
Like,
they're still
a cruise
docked.
ship doesn't feel like
It's moving.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're on a boat. There's no
Because
like
it's
shifting.
Fucking huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
they'll
never
be
been on
going
a
like
cruise
5
ship,
miles an hour or something.
but it was like, it was fucking odd. I felt like I was.
Actually.
probably a lot faster.
They're cruise ships are definitely faster than walking speed.
Yeah.
You didn't let me put my.
Well, I
shades
always
on.
feel like it's weird when you're on like a cruise, like a something that feels like a building, but it's also moving really fast, like an RV or something,
Yeah,
where you're just kind of like sitting in a room, basically, but you're also traveling 65 miles an hour on a
Yeah.
highway.
That's why I don't like ambulances.
relativity. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. Like even velocitation in general is fucking weird. Like you're going like 70.
Velocitation.
Yeah,
Velocity?
because like if you're going 70 or something on the highway.
Velocity?
Velocitation.
He's just gonna glaze over the fact that he just made up.
No, is it velocitation a fucking word?
I don't think it is.
I'm pretty sure it's like the
Maybe it is.
It's
I'm
like
but-
pretty sure
rotation
it's-
of velocity.
no, it's like your concept of like say you're going 75 or whatever, and then you slow down and you're going 30. You feel like you're going slower than 30 in comparison to
He's
how
right.
fast you were
He's
going.
fucking right. Velocitation is a phenomenon caused by driving for long periods at high speeds. A driver may experience
Okay.
velocitation when coming off of the highway. The change in speed makes him or her think that the car is going a lot slower than it really is. So not only did did he invent a word, he put it online before before we could fucking fact check him.
So that's what he did during break.
Yeah.
No, but like that's just
Fucking
an
set us
odd
up.
concept. Like when you come into the city from like fucking off of anything, you're going super fast, and then you're like, oh shit, like I'm going fucking 15,
Yeah,
but you're actually going 35, and you're cruising, and then you get caught, you get pulled over for going 40 in a fucking 25.
Yeah.
But so I'm on this fucking boat, and it is a dream, obviously.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just talking about a true story about hot dogs.
And I don't even know how it
Do you
even
even
happened.
eat hot dogs? I thought you didn't like hot dogs.
I eat hot dogs, but I'm not gonna fucking get on a boat to get hot dogs. And so I was buying 3 of them, and they were out of hot dog buns. So one of them was on a hamburger bun, and Frank E. Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Hot Dogs, was there. Who he's been dead for a long time, I would imagine. And he was
Probably.
a little bit. He was like a little abrasive about like the fact that it was on a hamburger bun. So I made something up and I said it was a New York thing, which really it's not at all. It's basically just what you do if you're out of hot dog buns, like put it on a piece of Wonder Bread or
Like,
something.
The thing is like I think like Hoffman is kind of like a regional thing. I feel like
Yeah, you don't.
New York is like one of the only places that actually like sells
Right.
Hoffman hot dogs. So the fact that
So
you said it's a
basically
New
it's a-
York thing,
Yeah.
like he's probably like, it's not.
Yeah, like basically I told
I
him
wouldn't
it was.
know.
I basically told him it was a Hoffman thing. I mean, I was gonna buy it. They were just all regular Hoffman hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then I'm paying for it, and you walked in, and you're like, "Dude, just get the the pulled pork hot dog instead." I was like, "What? They make pulled pork hot dogs?" And so I turned around. I don't see why you couldn't.
You
Turned
still
around
do
and
the
got the
same.
pulled pork hot dogs instead.
I feel like Hoffman might have been more upset about that.
Maybe.
He didn't think of pulled pork hot dogs.
Yeah,
mean, it wasn't
he
really-
didn't invent the pulled pork hot dog.
I mean, it wasn't up to him. You know, I was gonna buy them either way.
I really like pulled.
Once I
It
found
it
out
really
that
wasn't up to.
Imagine being so pompous that not only are you like you're not even happy that somebody's buying your product, but you just get mad because they're using it wrong.
right. It's
Like,
a,
I wonder if that's how. I wonder if
ve-
that's how Smith and Wesson feels about like school shootings.
I mean, it's a
and stuff.
very.
I wonder if that's how Hitachi feels.
Well, it's a variation. You can make improvements. I mean, I don't know when they were founded, but
whatever works, right?
Yeah.
It's just when you have a dream about buying pulled pork hot dogs because Brian suggests it to you, you got to try and think about like what that means.
Yeah. Like what's the underlying purpose of this dream? What's this dream time?
Well, there has to be
me?
There has to be a reason. Maybe they're trying to say try a pulled pork hot dog.
Dude, like when you said that, I was thinking to myself like, fuck, I'm going to do that now.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, we're doing the podcast right before the D&D session.
But the thing is, it wasn't like...
I was legitimately going to make pulled pork and then just fry up hot dogs as soon as you guys got there.
See, that's what it is. Like, it's just a hot dog with pulled pork on it. But in my dream, it was pulled pork in the shape of a hot dog. And then you just put it on a bun.
But I think I must have been suggesting to get the pulled pork hot dog because it would fit better onto the hamburger bun.
That's true. I didn't really study
that's
that.
how I would think about it in actuality.
Yeah.
But I don't know how your dream of me.
But if it's a pulled pork
if
it's a pulled pork hot dog, it wouldn't fit better on the
I just thought it was funny that it was him that suggested it.
No, like I feel like if you like, well, a pulled pork sandwich would fit better on a hamburger bun.
Yes, it would.
And then you could like snap the dog in half and like
Squeeze the pulled
sort of
pork out of
squeeze
it.
it into the pulled pork.
Well, you usually
You're looking too much into it.
The pulled pork.
I don't think I'm looking into it enough.
That's the thing, is you were there and
No, he wasn't.
he was there.
No, he was not.
I remember it, dude.
Dream Brian is not a carbon copy of reality Brian.
Yeah, but
I
you
mean,
could have
it's
had the
probably
same.
pretty close.
See, the thing is, you could have had the same dream and just not remembered it.
Yeah.
You could have had a dream about being on a cruise ship and like doing something else, and then coming in and
suggesting to
Yeah.
you.
Like you could have had that dream and just not remembered it.
Yeah.
So while you guys were doing this is when Wes and I went to Vern Troyer's funeral and resurrected him.
No, you guys were also on the cruise ship, but you were on a different level.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were on the
You were
funeral
down
level.
Oh god. I hope we actually go on this cruise and it's a deja vu thing.
We should, yeah.
Because
if we
go
have
on
Frank-
a cruise and mine and Wes's
If
tears
Frank-
resurrect Vern Troyer, I'm fucking killing
And if
myself.
we also resurrect Frank E. Hoffman, and he's also there.
Yeah.
Why would
They just like upheave his grave
Yeah.
and put it onto this ship, and then those guys cry over him.
Yeah.
And he comes back.
Well, maybe it was a Hoffman
they
cruise ship.
And then other like Vern Troyer chokes on a hot dog.
he's already dead. He's been dead for months.
Yeah, but he chokes on it anyway.
After we resurrect him, he chokes
I didn't even know he's dead.
He's been dead for a long time.
Oh
Been
god.
dead for a while. Yeah.
See, I was just
Some
thinking that he
people
choked on a hot dog, and you guys resurrect him because like people were like, "You brought Hoffman back? Come on!"
Right, yeah. Well, you got to pick and choose your battles. You know?
Because my dream was weird. It was like Wes and I were going around to all these orchestras that were performing in New York State and New York City, and we were sneaking in before their show and smashing all their instruments and leaving.
That's such a West move.
And like we would get caught, and we would just tell the cops like, "Oh, we're the instrument like durability testers," and they sent us in here. Like those were just test instruments. We broke them, so now we're gonna bring in more durable instruments. And I think Vern Troyer was like our Charlie from Charlie's Angel, like coordinating us, or Basil or whatever.
Yeah, he's like the headquarters.
He was the head honcho.
Yeah.
He was like Jack Nicholson from The Departed, and
He was dispatch,
we were Mr. French and Leo.
Right.
And and then Vern Troyer died, and mine and Wes's tears resurrected him. And he gave me a hug.
See, now that seems more realistic.
But I woke up and I really felt like Vern Troyer was my cousin, and he died.
Yeah, that's the thing is like,
and I was, and like I said when I got here and when I saw Brian, I was like, I didn't know you even put a message about your dream in the chat. I didn't see that. But the first thing I had to say when I woke up this morning was, Wes, was Vern Troyer our cousin, or was that the dream I had?
See, it's weird. Like, I don't...
Because, like, when you wake up in the morning and you kind of don't know what reality is?
I didn't know who that was either, so I just...
Sometimes, but, like, I don't think I Like,
I was really
I don't,
foggy. When
I don't
woke
believe it to the point that I message someone else and like question it.
up. Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't know who Vern Troyer is either, so I like basically was like,
Did you have to look it up?
No, I didn't. I just thought you were talking about some person.
Oh. You know who
like,
he is?
Like, no, I don't.
He's Mini-Me from Austin Powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, now I remember.
But I like it's just like when you wake up. And
I
you have
didn't
a
remember it
dream.
Mini-Me. I remembered it dead.
Well, it's weird when you remember a dream, you want to immediately like it's. I
wanna
have
write
a
it down
couple
as
of
fast
notes. Like I have one that was all I wrote was 4-pin bowling summons a dragon. So when you get a strike, it just summons a dragon. I had one where everybody has an ID chip and it's like on their forehead. They have like a UI on their forehead, and everybody wants to kill you for some reason. And so I was like walking through this fucking building or some shit with like a group of rebels, and none of it makes any sense.
Mm.
So like,
But at the
you
time, you're super into it.
but you're like, yes, like I was just there. Like I need to write this down, and everybody needs to know.
Yep.
So like, and none of it ever has a connection to reality, except for the UI chip, because everybody's gonna have that in 10 years,
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna want to kill you. So that's a very real. It's almost a real thing here. We're getting to the point
Yeah.
where like we're starting to like now our hands are basically connected to everyone else's hands because we can just send immediate messages to everyone.
Pretty soon, we're not going to need the phone in it. It's just going to...
It's just gonna be in us.
Fuck that. You ever watch Kingsman? You all die.
Nope.
That's
Well done.
what's gonna happen. Well,
yeah.
the thing is, what's gonna happen
2
is
episodes in a row. Bringing up Kingsman.
you can either really,
Did we bring it up?
I think you brought it up with Bill.
maybe,
Did we?
probably, yeah,
Probably did, yeah. We know he loves Kingsman.
yeah. He's a big Kingsman guy.
As soon as the
He's a big Kings man.
yeah, as soon as the Not Your Father's root beer hits me, I can only think about the Kingsman movies.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody
and
knows
Bill
this.
can only vomit or shit or whatever he did. He left abruptly in the middle of the episode. He was like,
He had to shit bad, and he
Is that what it
couldn't
was?
because somebody is always in that bathroom.
yeah.
That one.
I
I
mean, you
mean,
can
I don't
always
know
go
why
down-
he didn't just go in the basement.
You can always go down 2
Can't you
flights of
shit
stairs.
in the basement?
Yeah, you can go
Not
down
in
2
the toilet in the basement, not like on the floor. I
well,
guess
in
you
the
could.
toilet. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But
He could have
abruptly
always
left.
just shat himself.
Dude, he was like sitting like this.
yeah, he was.
And then he was like looking at the fucking drink. And then he was like, "Yep, I gotta go. I'm leaving."
I don't think he
Jeez.
threw up.
I don't know. You could have. I mean, is there sugar in that shit?
Yeah,
Like a lot?
it's literally just root beer with booze in it.
Oh, that's gross. But yeah, anyway,
And then we had the Arnold Palmer one too.
when we're androids, we won't have to shit. You know, once our UI is in that fucking.
No, we
android.
can't be androids because androids are built androids. We can be cyborgs.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Duh.
Well, the thing is, androids are gonna become the thing. It's just we're gonna have to pay to be cyborgs, and if we can't afford it,
We're just going to be brains and robotic bodies.
Like Deuce
Yeah.
X. Or like
Yeah.
the Old World Blues from Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. But only the
I'm
rich
into it.
people are gonna have the fucking. They're the only ones that are gonna be able to afford it.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
this weird talk about people being able to upload their consciousness into other things,
Fuck that.
which doesn't make any sense to me because it's not really going to be you anyway. It wouldn't be your consciousness because that's not really a possible thing.
I don't have any.
It would have to be. It would just have to
I
be
don't have
a consciousness
any-
that's based on yours. Basically,
there needs to be
And-
a means of
Chemicals in me for this conversation.
there needs to be a means of recording that type of data, which
Yeah.
I don't think exists and won't exist anytime soon.
Well,
Yeah.
especially because we stopped using floppy disks.
See, the thing is, like, AI is really, like, pretty decent now, but it's, like, it doesn't have, like, it's never going to have, like, human emotion or anything like that. I mean, you could program it, but it would still be, I don't know how you could perfect that. Because it's different for everybody. The way
Yeah.
people take things is emotionally is different for everybody. So I don't think you could possibly handle that kind of fucking, like, programming.
Mm.
I mean, there's definitely a way you could build. Like, they have a lot of fucking crazy AI now that moves around and looks pretty lifelike. But it's like, is it really a fucking? It doesn't have feelings.
Well, they've had for real friends since we were kids.
Yeah. Well, they have fucking AI that shoots shit. Like, there's one that feeds on fucking human flesh. It like feeds on human matter. It's like, why
I don't
would
know
you?
what you're talking
What the
about.
fuck
There's
are you
literally
talking
one.
about?
Google that. There's literally one that fucking feeds on like human biomass or some shit. Which is actually savage, because if you could use that in fucking wars and shit, you would just be feeding on everything you kill.
But
It would be
an
powered
AI?
by that.
I don't.
It's not. I don't think it's an AI. Well, it's an AI, but it's like almost a combat droid in a sense. Yeah, or it's at least in the works. But the thing is, like, if you could have something that crazy, it's probably gonna go rogue and just start killing everything.
What are you talking about? You fucking
You
Google
on
this.
some shit right
Dude, in my Google,
You don't
I
know
have
about the rogue combat droids?
I have AI that feeds on humans and then combat droid that eats people, and it both brought up fucking Star Wars. So I don't know
No,
what
it's not
you're
Star
talking-
Wars.
No shit.
Google Elon Musk combat. It's got to be Elon, right? Elon is
Guy's a
fucking,
whack job.
dude. He is nuts.
Yep.
Dude, he like on Rogan, he sat there and like every time he would be about to say something, there'd be like a 3-second pause.
Yeah,
And
and then
then-
it would be like completely random.
Yes, it would
Like,
be.
just
He
guy's
said,
a crack job.
dude. He said he like has shit like he's like you wouldn't wanna be me. He's like he's got shit like going on. Like I feel like his brain is just like doof, 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 like all the time, like firing crazy shit. Like like he has no.
Oh, there it is. I found it. He's not kidding. The military made a robot that can eat organisms. They don't eat people. They can eat people.
It eats
but
like
they
biomass.
Yeah, they eat fucking things. They eat plant matter.
Right. But I mean, that's what I'm saying is eventually it could get to that point,
Sure.
which is fucking insane. If you have a fucking AI that shoots people and eats them, it's like, you're pretty much fucked.
Dude, can you imagine studying that shit into ISIS? Fuck being an anamorph, dude.
Yeah. Like you can't just turn into a hawk and overcome that shit.
No,
like it's just
no.
gonna shoot you down.
Is that better than a droidica, do you think? What did droidica run on?
Droidicas run on
Rage?
Well, I guess it would just be whatever the technology is. Yeah. I don't know what they
They
use.
just run on that noise, dude. If they don't make that noise, they power down.
It's gotta be. It's not the Force. They don't use the Force. Droidicas don't use the Force. Like the clones don't use the Force.
No, man. No.
You know, I was playing. Actually, what I did was I watched the gamers video on Star Wars
The Battlefront.
Republic Commando,
That one's wicked good.
and they were talking about how George Lucas wanted them all to be the same because they're clones. They're all the same. They're all clones of what's it? Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so they would all have to be the same character, basically, and they would have no personality. So what they did was they made all 4 characters have a personality, and they also put them in like the Clone Wars series or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah, they were in the animated series, the one that isn't 3D though, the one that's 2D. You can you can hear one of them on like a radio transmission.
Yeah. It's honestly that game was pretty fun.
That game was
And
great.
The problem was when it came out. I feel like a lot of games run into that issue.
Well, what do they say?
They came out at the same time as like a Call of Duty and like a Battlefield or like a Far Cry or some shit.
It came out, but it also came out right before Battlefront 2, and people
Right.
were like, "Fuck that!" I'm
Yes,
getting
Battlefront 2 also slaughtered
Like,
it.
I'm getting
But-
Battlefront 2
but
instead.
It was just it was a really
It's kind
good
of like what
game.
EA did to Titanfall 2, because they had Titanfall 2 come out 2 weeks before Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I just finished I just played Titanfall 2 again for the second time on PC.
So you were playing the second one. Why didn't you tell me that? I kept asking you, and you were like, "Oh, I'm just playing Titanfall."
Yeah, it's just
and I'm like,
Titanfall.
"Which?" I'm like,
Isn't-
"Which
I don't
one?"
think Titanfall 1 is on PC.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Xbox exclusive.
No, that's false. I don't know, maybe. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, but 2
shit.
is honestly a really fucking good game.
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
campaign. Oh my god, what? I can't spoil it though. If people want to play it, dude, just pick up
It
Titanfall
is
2 because it's
relatively new.
always fucking cheap. And
Oh.
it's way cheap all the time, and it's a really fucking good
'cause
game.
When I bought it, like a year ago.
Yeah.
Which is no, maybe 2.
You can get
When
it
did I
for
get an
$5
Xbox?
like all the time.
I got it when you got it. When
You
it
got
came
it
out.
all the time.
I bought it when it came out.
Yeah, I bought it like right after. Maybe I didn't.
I
Maybe
almost
did
paid. I think
spend
I
full price on
almost
it.
paid full price.
I think I did pay full price. But you know what I did get yesterday? Hellblade.
Nice.
Have you played it?
Not yet.
It's amazing, and I'll leave
I know.
it at that.
I know that it's amazing, but I just won't. I just don't play anything.
It's
you
super
got to play
short.
Spider-Man still.
Apparently,
I haven't.
I've heard that it's only like 5 or 6 hours long, but the puzzles are awesome, and the combat is
Like
kind of like Dark
the
Souls.
thing is that I watched all of the like production videos as it was being made. Was super interested in it. It comes out, I buy it, and then I just don't play video games.
Oh yeah, that's right. You already have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should play it. I recommend it. I only beat the first stage so far. Like you have to,
That's the best one.
it's pretty crazy. The fucking guy that I had to fight, you had to kill these 2 gatekeepers of hell, and I picked the Master of Illusion, and you have to go and travel through his forest, and basically you have to beat all these puzzles, and it's just really interesting how the puzzles work out.
Huh.
Like he
Why
has
don't you
these,
just do a puzzle?
he has these like
You know what I mean?
he has these like what's the word I'm looking for, like a portal made out of like bones and shit, and when you look into it, it changes what the map looks like. So then you walk through it, then it's the same map, but certain things are shifted around because it's like an illusion,
Yeah.
and you have to find the right order of which way to go through.
Well, that was
the
what
whole
was
forest.
cool. Like, there's one level in Titanfall 2 where you time travel between 2 different worlds.
Definitely like the third time we mentioned this, but
And-
Dishonored 2 is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Like, there's a platforming part
Fucking
too.
love Dishonored.
It's so good.
There's a platforming part where
It's so
like
good.
when you're in one reality, there's no platform, and then there's one over here. But then when you switch to the other one, there's one here, and they're opposite. So you have to jump and then switch in the air and go to the next platform. There's a part where you drop down through this like fan system, and you have to keep switching back and forth to change where the fan is and shit. It's so fucking crazy. But the thing about those games is like they change when you change mechanics throughout the game. When you keep introducing new mechanics, that's when things don't get boring. And that game did a really good job of that. There was never a spot where I was like, well, I'm sick of using this over and over. Like that there was a specific button that would do a certain thing in a certain level.
Yep.
And then, you know, like the chemistry between the pilot and BT was like really fucking good. Just because you have an AI with you.
Did it eat things?
And it feels like, well, no, it didn't eat things. But it had a personality. It did have a fucking personality.
You did play Dishonored 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
that's
play
my
either.
favorite.
Did I ever show you the video clip of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one thing
you
happened?
yeah, you
Oh,
did,
God.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was so good.
When the guy like tripped down the stairs.
So like there's these they're like basically like whale oil canisters that like you can go around and like you can use them and like blow them up in order to like, you know, kill guys or like destroy something in the level or whatever. And so like for some reason like every the way that I would play it is every time that I would play it stealthily, and then the first time that I get caught, I'm like, well, I guess I'm killing everything.
Yeah.
And so like
That's usually how most,
I for sure thought that I'd killed everyone on the map, so I'm just going around making sure that I picked up like every possible item, didn't miss anything. And like
you go through it like 3 times just to make sure, because that's what happens.
basically. And like so like I'm in this like higher up area, and like I'm like, oh, I killed a couple guys down here, I'll check to see if I got any or if there's anything in their bodies or whatever. So like I jump down, I pick up I had a wet oil canister on me when I jumped down, and I just like drop it on the ground somewhere. I go over and I start looting things, and all of a sudden I hear a guy like going like, hey, what are you doing? And then like comes like rushing towards me from like the like over this bridge area, and there's like maybe like 3 or 4 steps down from this bridge. And like I don't know what happened, but he actually like this character, this AI in a video game, trips going down the stairs, like flops right onto the whale oil canister, blows it up, which is right next to me, and I survived with like just a sliver of health, and I'm like, what?
And the guy's in pieces, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over, flying around. It's so good. I remember,
Oh.
like because that was when I got to your house early for D&D,
Yep.
right? We were watching YouTube videos. You showed me the breakfast thing.
Yep.
And we were watching each other's like
It's not rockets.
game DVR, PlayStation clips or whatever. And he's like, "You gotta watch this. You like Dishonored, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "This is from Dishonored 2." And there's no title, so I'm watching it, and it's literally like Brian's walking around, and he's facing the other way, and you just see, "Hey, get out of here! You're not allowed here!" And Brian turns around just in time for the guy to just fucking face plant into a fucking volatile explosive tank.
I feel like that's always cool to have AI that's imperfect just for things like that.
Yeah, like Madden.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, the other day I got called. I was on offense, and I got called for defensive pass interference when I was on offense. So defensive. The referee calls defensive pass interference, which
Did
means
you challenge it?
you can't, dude. I hate when you like fumble the ball or you get like close to the goal line and then you go to the pause menu and it says there's nothing to challenge. When you're not inside 2 minutes, it's like, oh, really? There's nothing to challenge. How about the fucking fumble that just happened? They called defensive pass interference, and I thought it was against the other team because it's fucking defensive pass interference.
Mm-hmm. Would make sense.
And they called it on my wide receiver.
The funniest part
Was that as soon as I switched to my wide receiver, he I
kept
couldn't
going
control
and
him.
went through the fucking stadium.
I could not control my wide
Like he
receiver.
went through the wall and just was gone.
He just was sprinting.
You
full sprint.
recorded this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I need to see this.
He was just at full
I have
sprint.
it saved on my phone.
Like, it's like if I could have just controlled the guy, maybe I could have caught the ball. I was up 16-0, so I
Can you
wasn't
cast
that.
it to the TV?
I wasn't that upset.
Can I? I don't have Google Chrome on my phone.
You need, if you have Google Home, you can just project your screen.
That's right.
Although I don't know how good the video quality would be if you project a screen and then play a video on your phone. But it's like there's just so many fucking glitches.
Did you see the one that I sent you? I forgot what it was. I can't remember. The one about the Chargers player. I don't know. What do I?
Yeah, probably.
Did they changed it again? Oh, there it
I think
is.
you
That's
go to
easy.
the device and then go to like cast screen.
Nope. Nope.
Guess we're supposed to get another foot of snow tonight.
Nope.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Mirror device.
So I made sure to shovel the driveway before people came over.
I don't even park in the. Oh. Yeah. When's the thing start?
I think it's 1 o'clock, but
Yeah, we'll be fine.
but just in case, you can park in there.
I mean, yeah.
There isn't room.
I
for
usually
two
leave
cars,
first
probably.
anyway. Okay, now you have to go to
it said
something.
casting has ended.
Oh, you fucked it up then.
I didn't fuck shit up. It's fucking broken. And now I don't even have it on here. It says
Just go to
request
my
invite.
just go to my Xbox profile and check out my things there. Just tell everybody to go check out my Xbox clips. I always I capture the thing about Madden is it captures like all the big moments, which is weird. Like if you have a big play or whatever, like an interception for a touchdown, it'll just automatically record it. So like my actual recordings get bogged down with a bunch of stupid shit that's not really. Like Battlefront used to do that. Star Wars Battlefront used to just like every time you'd get like a double, triple kill or whatever, it would just record it automatically.
That's annoying.
PUBG does that as well. But you can turn it off. It's just that it's default on for whatever fucking reason.
I get annoyed when this happens guaranteed.
Battlefield 4 or 4 was the first one to do that, I think, because it did it on the Xbox One. It was one of the first games that came out for the console, and it would capture like crazy moments.
I get annoyed when I throw like an 80-yard bomb for a touchdown, and then I'm lining up for the point after, and the fucking thing that says game clip recorded pops up
And it
right when I
blocks
have
your-
to hit my fucking field goal.
and you can't see the meter because it
Yeah.
covers it. It's so funny. And then you just shank the fucking extra point.
This video is no longer available.
Oh.
Xbox Live is experiencing difficulties.
It's all gone.
That's awesome. God
Cool.
damn it.
Classic.
And Chromecast is down. So,
Nice.
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we pay him for, right?
Yep.
Well, I had one. What was the one that I sent to you? Where I fucking, I had a perfect. I think I was talking about this in one of the episodes, like after it happened. I had a perfect, like, I shed a block perfectly, just completely fucking mauled the offensive lineman, and I hit the hit stick to tackle, and he does like half the tackle animation and then freezes like this, and he just stops moving in the middle of the play, and the quarterback runs like right into him. And then sprints away, and then it's just
Yeah.
it happens
I
so
love when
often.
I love when you just get a good break tackle animation, and it actually, instead of breaking one tackle, you break like the other 7 guys that are hitting you at the same time, just because you're doing that animation.
Yeah,
And then you run for 98 yards.
19 is so broken, but I just love the presentation so much more. I can't stop.
They'll never fix those games.
I don't
Not
know
until-
anybody that hates Madden more than people that play Madden.
Right, yeah.
You know, like Dave.
And it's
Peel-
crazy because like people don't just not buy it. Like I'm definitely not buying 20 unless it drops to like $20. Like, a lot of times during the Super Bowl it'll drop super low.
Well,
You just
after
buy
the
it
Super
then.
Bowl, they're on EA Access. That's how I got 18. A week after the
yeah.
Super Bowl, it was on there. You know,
It's just
for
look
free,
like the
basically.
bottom line really is like when games are doing that, you just don't buy them. That's what speaks to the fucking publisher. But
Well,
the
that's
thing
why I
is
play
with
racing
EA,
games, too.
people they're still gonna hit their numbers no matter what.
Yeah. The thing is like you can't count on people to do the smart thing.
Right.
Well, it's also the fact that they make hand over fist with Ultimate Team across all their games.
Yes, and
Like
also
it's something like over 80% of all their
Well, it's
money
just
from games
when
comes
you're
from
the-
microtransactions.
when you're literally the only football game,
yeah, that too.
you're guaranteed. I mean, at least with Super Mega Baseball, they didn't have the MLB teams, but they made a solid game and people played it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then with FIFA,
No one even
There's-
makes football games.
what's the other game? Pro Evolution Soccer. I like more
Yep.
than FIFA. It's way more realistic. And
But no one makes football games. Even if you didn't have the teams, you could still do it. Like
Yeah.
Backbreaker, I thought was a pretty cool game, but it
like
didn't have
if
teams.
who made Super Mega? If that company made a football game, that'd be
Right,
sweet.
yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Even when they had NFL Blitz, like it was still EA
Yeah.
that was doing it.
Uh,
NFL Street, right? Was that
yeah,
EA?
That was EA. That was EA Sports. Big.
And they basically took like a lot of the resources from the original game. Like when they did FIFA Street, it was like basically FIFA, but like kind of like simplified.
Yeah, it was like on the street.
Yeah,
Mm.
but they did like use a
FIFA
lot
Street
of the,
was so good though.
it was
Yep.
yeah, but they used a lot of the assets like the
Yeah, it was the
animations
same
and
models
things.
and everything.
Yeah. So like it's just fucking shot that you can have. I think exclusive licensing is really an issue.
Especially with Star Wars.
Yes,
I really hope Disney pulls the rug out from under EA with the Star Wars
Yep.
license because they haven't done jack shit.
And they keep canceling games too.
Yeah,
yeah.
they canceled the Bounty Hunter one. What was that? 1313 was that? Was
Yep.
Where?
And they just canceled an open world one like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, have you heard about the shit that Activision is in?
Activision's in a lot.
They're in a lot of trouble. Have you heard about this?
No.
Apparently,
Bungie, well, first of all, Bungie,
Just Bungie leaving. That's
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Bungie
well,
left.
Activision. Well, yeah, they both wanted to split basically.
But apparently Activision knew ahead of time that Bungie was leaving and didn't tell investors that.
hmm
And I guess investors were like, we've heard rumors that Bungie is going to be splitting from your brand soon. Are those rumors true? And all the higher ups in Activision knew that they were going to be leaving, but they told all their investors, no, they're going to be staying with us. We worked it out. And then they left. And now all these investors are rightfully fucking infuriated. And I don't remember if it's fraud or insider trading or all of it, all the
I
above.
feel like insider trading would be the opposite, as if they
yeah,
they
so
did
it's,
say things about
it's fraud then.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I can't remember.
Either way, they're obviously pieces of shit, and it's not a company you want to invest in. When they're clearly leaving a franchise, dude.
Like,
Destiny 2.
Really, I just wish that Blizzard would split from Activision.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Destiny 2 had like some of the better sales. Like Forsaken, I mean, had like some. It was like number 2 in the fucking Xbox charts for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Still
they had
behind
really
probably
good.
GTA 5.
They had really good sales, and it came on. They still didn't. It was still less than what Activision wanted.
Yep.
Because what they want is they want microtransactions, and Destiny 2 didn't have that as much.
Yep.
Didn't they specifically take them out or no?
No. Well, what happened was Bungie was like, well, we're gonna make it so that once you're max level, you can every time you level after that, you get an engram that gives you something from Eververse, and Eververse is the spot where you can pay for items.
Okay.
So if you play enough, you're gonna get all that shit anyway. It is RNG.
And you're legitimately going to get it.
Yes, but it's RNG. Just like if you bought those engrams, it would still be RNG.
Yeah.
But you can earn those things through gameplay.
I got really annoyed with because I started playing Counter-Strike again, and it's going pretty well. We've been playing Insurgency, Sandstorm.
Yeah, I think Insurgency is really fucking
That's
good.
really good. But I got really annoyed with Counter-Strike because I had like dozens of crates left over from the last time I played, which was probably 2 years ago, that I just never opened because keys used to be like $1 a piece, and the most recent crates were like $1.50 a piece to unlock. It's fucking $2.50 or $3 a key to unlock an RNG loot box, and it's like you can get either the shittiest skin, which you're gonna get, or you can get the best skin. Not that I really care about skins that much. Like, I have the ones that I have, and I'm like, that's cool, that's fine. And you can buy ones if you really want them for, like, nickels.
I never got the point of them. It just makes your character look cool. Right?
I like the ones in Counter-Strike because there's certain ones that, like my P90 is called this. It's a souvenir.
And they're for guns, so you're the only person that sees it unless someone else picks up your weapon.
Well, what I was getting at was that I have souvenir skins for all my guns. Are the only ones I kept. So, like, if you watch a tournament, there's they give out every round or every other round, they give out skins to people watching, and it'll have like the logo for the team you're watching or the logo for like one of the players or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's cool because it's like,
it'll say twitch.tv.
it's like, when you look at my P90 and it's got like stickers for like the final 4 of that tournament, and it's like, I remember watching this with my friends. It's really cool to look at this, and I have like 3 or 4 guns like that. And then there's guns that keep track of your kills.
Yeah.
But then you get people that like buy nameplates for their guns, and they buy stickers. Like, there was a dude, I picked up his sniper rifle, and I was like, oh dude, this is a really cool sniper rifle. And he goes, thanks. He goes, that sticker next to the trigger is $15. And I go, excuse me? You spent $15 on a sticker for a gun in a game? Now, I can understand, granted, I did just say that I'll buy a couple skins for like a nickel or two, but at $15, you can buy a game for that.
Yeah, it's just if that's the only game you play, right?
I guess, like, I'm not going to tell someone how to spend their money.
Right.
But I'm also going to be like, what the fuck? $15?
It's like, look, it's like, if Counter-Strike is the only thing I'm playing and I know I'm going to only play Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Support the game, whatever.
Deck it out or something. But
yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of fucking weird shit. Like, I've been playing Poke MMO or whatever. Again, because I stopped playing it like 4 years ago.
Yep.
Came back, and now there's the Unova region. So, like, it has all of that shit, like, up to Gen 5 now. And what's cool about that game is, like, it'll never get taken down because it's not really using the assets. It's just pulling ROMs from your system and then putting them in their fucking emulator.
Right.
So, like, you can
Did you
donate.
pay for the ROMs?
No, you just download them.
Isn't that
It's kind of stealing.
That's kind of stealing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's stealing. But but the thing is, they're not stealing. So Nintendo can't attack that fucking developer. They're not using any of their assets.
They're just hosting
using,
it.
It's just
It's
an
like
emulator.
having a whites only Starbucks in your house.
Yes.
It's they're giving you a tool set
Yes.
by which you can use stolen shit.
Yes. And it doesn't necessarily have to be stolen. Like, technically, you can get those ROMs. I mean, legally, you can, I think. So, like, I would
don't know about
imagine.
that.
How do you-
I would imagine there's a way to get them, right?
Can you take a Game Boy cartridge and extract it somehow? Or can you make the
Well,
argument like
yeah.
I bought Pokemon Ruby? and I
Yeah,
have proof that I have a copy of it.
there
Why
has to
can't
be
I
a way.
download the ROM?
I feel like that's a breach of service type thing.
But either way, they would have to attack who's distributing the ROMs.
Yeah.
So all their client is doing is acting as an emulator.
Are you distributing any ROMs? So
I'm not distributing ROMs now.
that's okay.
I'm only acquiring ROMs.
Did you get those girls pregnant? How many pregnant racist women are in your fucking home?
It's just nice. I wish that they would do that, something like that for like the Switch, where it's just an online MMO. You have access to multiple regions. You can use a global trade system.
Yeah.
You can.
But Nintendo will never do anything that makes sense.
Nope.
I didn't realize how bad the online was until I was watching a YouTube video on it yesterday about how bad their online is.
Their online system doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Everything is still peer-to-peer. Do you still have to use a mic through your phone to talk to people?
I think so. There's no.
What? That was never even a thing
Oh,
before.
my
Like, I don't...
Nintendo innovation, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that
They're
point,
the only ones pushing technology.
at that point, you're just going to use Discord or something, where you can just voice chat through your phone anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been getting into Magic lately. We've talked about that.
Well, like with cards?
Yeah.
Like magic
But-
cards,
but
like
like-
magic tricks.
Yeah, like the, like the Gathering.
Yeah, you gather people and you
Yeah.
choose a card, any card.
And then you do magic tricks.
You're just like, I got
I
gutter snipe.
cock magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cock magic.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
But so there's like MTG Arena, which is like their new online like digital format.
Yeah, those are always awesome. I still play
Yeah.
the Pokemon trading card game
And like
online.
it's super good, but like there's so many people that like pay real money
Well, is it the same
for
thing?
digital cards.
Yeah, well, is it the same
That
thing where you?
Blows my mind.
Because in Pokemon, you can buy the pack, like a booster pack. It gives you a code, and then you use that code in the game,
Well,
and
like,
it gives you the digital
So
version.
so they do that for like some of the packs, but it's not like every pack.
Oh.
It's not like every booster pack, but it's
Right.
like if you buy like a pre-made deck or something.
You would get the deck.
You
in
would
the
get the
game.
deck.
That's the way to do it. Really.
But it's like there are people that are just throwing like hundreds of dollars into this game to buy digital cards. And it's just like I just don't understand microtransactions and how people do that. Like at least if you buy like real cards, if you're buying like booster packs, at least there's a potential to return on investment if you draw the right shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said,
But
it's
it's
either people who are only playing that game,
Yeah.
or it's people that don't care about buying another game. Because if you're not buying microtransactions, you have money to buy other games.
Or you're one of the people that has the money for both. Or you're a kid.
Or you just have disposable income, right? Really, that's what it comes down to.
'cause-
Yeah.
Or you're a kid that like steals your mom's credit card information. I have it on one of my coworkers.
I mean, that's honestly
Yeah,
that
credit
happens a
card-
lot.
She was like, "Oh, you can use my credit card to buy $20 on PlayStation. Just make sure you delete it." Okay, thanks, mommy. Did you delete it off the system? No.
No.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I totally deleted it. And then like a week later, she had like $100-something
Nope.
charge.
Nope. I'm sorry.
Christ.
If my
Fucking
kid
loot
is
boxes.
using my fucking credit card, I'm doing it,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
and I'm immediately deleting it.
Oh god.
I'm not handing my fucking credit card to you.
My dad never ever let me use his credit. Like not even for him to go on and use it. He was like, if you want it, he goes, you can give me the cash and I'll get you like a prepaid card or one of the PSN network cards or Steam network cards.
Yep.
But up until I had my own card, I never used any of that.
Yeah.
And that's the way to do it because that shit's shady. And there's not a lot of companies that, I guess, at least for my dad personally, he doesn't trust a lot of companies with his credit card
Right.
information. He's
Well,
got-
a lot, and it's so fast now too, though. Like it's just one click or one fucking button press, and boom, there's $1.99 here, $1.99 there,
Yep.
$3.99 here.
Especially like on my MacBook, you could have your wallet built in because I had like the Apple Wallet.
Yep.
And so if I was going shopping, and like before I could even finish checking out, it would already fill in my fucking information.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when it got dangerous. Online shopping is fucking dangerous. I don't even.
Yeah, because all you're doing is
I
sitting
used to
there
have
and-
Amazon on my homepage. You know what I don't have on my homepage anymore is Amazon. You know what I have a lot more of? It's fucking money in my
Right.
wallet.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say porn.
Yeah. I definitely spend a lot less.
I do spend quite a bit on Chatterbait
I spend a lot
tokens.
less when I don't open Amazon because what happens is you start scrolling through shit, you find shit
Mhm.
you don't need.
The worst is when they're listening and you go on Amazon and the shit that you talk about wanting to buy is on your front page. And look
Yeah.
at that, it's on
Yeah.
sale.
They're gonna have cruise tickets on
Dude,
there.
they're gonna have
They're gonna have
cruise
cruise
tickets.
missiles.
Yeah, they're gonna have cruise tickets and CS:GO skins
Yeah.
on my homepage.
Stickers.
I'm gonna see. I'm actually gonna look real quick. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna see something I want but don't need.
It's
just
gonna
really-
be.
oh, it's one
gonna be
click, I'll
hot
just-
dog buns.
It's actually it's a Brita water filter.
Brian needs that.
We were talking about
That's
flavored.
true.
Oh wait, yeah, we were talking about water.
I need
weren't
the
we?
whole casing.
Yeah,
though.
because as soon as you came in, the
That's
first
fucked
thing
up.
you said is, do you have any water?"
No, I asked if you had ice.
No, you asked if I had bottled water.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And I said, "Do you have any unbottled water?"
Yep, and there it is.
There it is
There.
on your mustache cup.
Yeah. There's washable paint.
What?
I don't know when we were talking about washable paint, but
Yeah, me neither.
I don't even think we talk about washing
Huh.
anything.
bookmarks.
Oh, I did talk about body wash, but that was when I walked in.
Body massage.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
Give it a couple
I want
hours.
to see what's on my Amazon page now.
But you know what I do want to get though is one of those Ethernet switches, because that'd be really nice. Then you could have like what happens is you put one Ethernet cable in. Like I have an Ethernet cable running from my router
Oh,
downstairs.
I thought you meant like a Nintendo Switch with an Ethernet cord. I don't think they make them.
no. It's well, you can't. I don't know. You have to be able to hardwire that thing.
I don't
You
think
have to
there
be able
is
to.
one.
I think there is in the back. But what this is it comes. You plug in your Ethernet cable
Well,
from
it's the end
your
of the day.
Oh, that's
Um,
why.
from your router or
It
your
wasn't
modem
like
or whatever.
it was listening to him talking about Brita filters, and
And then
you can relax.
yeah, you plug it into the switch and it you can feed out 4 other Ethernet cables.
Mm.
So like I could hardwire all my consoles and computer instead of having to run 3 out of 4 of them on Wi-Fi,
Right.
which is nice. I mean, that would help for insurgency. I feel like when I play PC games, I get a ping that skyrockets and then comes back down
Mm.
and stays there for a while and then skyrockets. Like there's a lot of spikes, like lag spikes.
Mine, that happened when I was playing CSGO the other
So
night.
if I could
when was here.
hardwire all of them, then
And
it's only $20-$30 for a switch. It's for a switcher.
I was going to say, that happened to me the other night playing CSGO, like twice, randomly, where my ping is fucking great, because I have my own router now.
Yeah.
And so my ping is like solid 40, which is basically perfect. That's the best you're going to get. And it's like that with every game. But once every hour or every other hour, it shoots to like 1,000
Yeah.
for about 30 seconds.
It'll be like in a 40 to 60
it's really
range.
weird.
It'll be like a 40 to 60 range, and then all of a sudden, boom, like 370, and
Like
then
with,
back down.
With Counter-Strike, I keep my net graph on the screen so I can tell like what the internet connection is going in and going out, and it can sense variations in it.
Mhm.
So I'll peek down and just to see, like, I'm very paranoid about my internet connection. I actually have the net graph on for almost every game, I think.
I only have the.
I remember looking
frame
down
rate
and like
counters.
VAR it got to be like 12, and all of a sudden I just saw my ping go from, it was like 40, 80, 150, 300, 1100. Like,
Dude, it seems like Insurgency uses so much fucking RAM though.
It does. It really does. I gotta get more RAM. I only have 8 gigs.
Yeah, I installed a thing on Chrome the other day that kills all your like tabs that you don't use. It suspends all your tabs.
Mm.
Chrome will eat up a lot of fucking
I
RAM
use Opera.
if you don't have
doesn't use
if you have a
shit
bunch
for
of
RAM.
tabs open. You're kind of it has to remember.
I
all those
always have
tabs.
like 20 tabs.
Yeah, that's the
It's
thing.
ridiculous.
So I installed that, and it kills off. It doesn't kill them, but it suspends them so that until you open the tab again, it'll reload the page. But that's the thing is like, but it saves the ones where like it's a form where like you're filling it out. It'll save those. Because otherwise, if you reload like a form page, it's gonna.
How often do you
fuck
fill
everything.
out forms?
No, I mean like there's certain pages with a dialogue box
Yeah,
or
like
whatever. and you
Facebook
have
if you're
to-
typing a status or like if you're filling out a form.
If you're writing an essay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's certain like a checkbox or something. It immediately scripts it as a form.
Yeah.
But it's nice to because you have to have that kind of RAM if you're gonna run games,
Yeah.
especially Insurgency. That shit's gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's the problem I have is with at least with Insurgency is minimum is 8, recommended is 16, and like for the recommended specs, everything but my RAM blows it out of the water. But my RAM is 8, which doesn't mean dick.
Yeah.
And like I was trying to play Quake Champions, and like my specs overall blow out Quake Champions, but I only have 8 gigs of RAM.
I feel like those games just must be poorly optimized then.
Well,
They're
they're both
not-
new.
Yeah, they're
like
both
and
new.
Sandstorm is definitely new. Quake Champions is actual garbage, and I'm never trying to play it again.
I
because
played
have
it
no
for
interest in
like
playing
20
that shit.
seconds in the tutorial.
It's
I was
not
like,
the original Quake that Joe Rogan played.
no. You have to have a T1 connection for
I
that.
had a T1 internet connection. We would have LAN parties. Jamie, do you remember? Did you ever have a LAN party? We would actually bring our computers out, those big monitors, and they would be connected with Ethernet cables.
Yeah.
Playing with a mouse and keyboard is just so much better than playing with a controller.
Yeah. And then Joe Rogan takes off his glasses.
Yeah. No, I tried playing Quake Champions. I do not have the interest in an
Fast-paced arena shooter.
It's not even the fact that it's fast paced, because I can play like I've played arena shooters before, like the other Quake games.
I mean, it's like what really
Or Unreal
qualifies a
Tournament.
game as an arena shooter? Like, I feel like
Halo is technically an arena
even
shooter.
like Counter Strike is kind of an arena shooter.
Well, arena shooters are where that you pick up the guns on the map.
Yeah, but not all arena shooters start off the same. Like you can have classes and things like that in a lot of them. So like at least in Halo, it was fucking everybody spawns. At the same
So
thing.
Smash Brothers is an arena shooter.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah, but those classes.
but
got
you don't need
different
8 gigs
characters.
of RAM to run Smash. You need like a Switch.
No, you just play as Ridley and then you always win.
Win. But yeah, I tried playing Quake and it was just no. I'm getting more RAM, but it's like I'm not about to shell out, however much it is for an 8 gig RAM stick to play a free to play game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that RAM and then just butt fuck Sandstorm and mod the shit out of Fallout. And that's
Play
it.
Pokemon MMO.
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so hard too because like they make it so that like your level cap is lower than it actually is in the game. Like if you played through Black and you got all 4 badges or all 8 badges, your cap would be level 100. I think, right? When you get all the badges, is your cap level 100? Is that what it is? Or does it go up to like 80 or
You
something?
mean like that? Like the Pokemon will still listen to you?
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Like between the Elite Four and the last gym, I think you have a level cap still,
No.
or is it just max at 100?
It's when you get the last gym badge.
Okay, because in MMO it caps you at level 56 or something, so you have to do the Elite Four, which is already harder because their AI is tough. They changed the way the AI works so that it like uses super effective stuff more often and switches out smarter. So like you're playing against an Elite Four that's basically the same level as you and is smarter than they would be in Black or White version.
It's like playing against a chess robot.
Yeah. So it took me a couple tries to beat Getsus, and I finally beat him. And the Elite Four is not 4; it's like 6 because you beat the Elite Four, and then you have to fight N and Getsus at the end. So like, you have to go through it basically all at once. It's fucking rough.
You can't beat one and then go to a Poke Center and then come back and beat another one and go in.
No, not in the Elite Four at least.
thought
I
you
think
could.
after you beat
No.
after you beat the
Beat all
Elite
4
Four,
at once.
Yep.
it locks you in the Elite Four, and in
I
that,
remember that.
it once you go in the
Does that
Elite
in all the
Four,
games?
Really?
yeah, it always does
I
that.
didn't know that.
Uh,
Yeah.
and in the regular games, you can go back in as much as you want though, so you can just keep going back in and fucking
Grinding.
Yeah.
just going until you beat them. In that, it locks you out for 24 hours.
Oh.
So it's
kinda
fucking
cool.
rough.
But when did 300 come out?
300.
I did that today. I did that this morning. Somebody was asking me. We have a Keurig.
Was it? I think it was 2003,
2005, but or 2006. I was 10.
We already looked this up.
It was 2006.
We were
Oh
watching
yeah,
300.
yeah. Okay, yep. I was
That
gonna
was
say
10.
like, I remember watching it, and I thought I was in 9th grade when I watched it, and then I thought about it again, and I was like, no, because I talked about it with this kid, and he was in my 12th grade class. So I was like,
right? Yeah, exactly. And you think you were in 9th grade in 2003? You weren't born in 89.
So I went into high school 2005, but I talked about it after, because I don't never go to movies when they're in theaters.
Okay.
Like I see it like after it's like out on DVD and shit.
Okay.
So I was guessing like 2003 because I would have seen it by 2005.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. I did that.
That was when it was better.
I did that.
It got better after it left
Yeah.
the theater.
I did that this morning though. We have a Keurig in the office in the kitchen, and I was like, mine doesn't look like this. I go, mine has a digital screen, and you can pick out how many ounces you want. And one of my coworkers goes, "How old is that one?" I go, "I don't know. When did Hitman Absolution come out?" She goes, "Why do you have the weirdest fucking way of keeping track of time?" And I didn't get to
timeline.
explain, like, because when we got the Keurig, it came with a box of chai tea, and it was my favorite chai tea. And for that whole Christmas break, I got Hitman Absolution, and I would wake up at like 8 in the morning and make chai tea out of the brand new Keurig and play Hitman Absolution all day.
Yeah.
So we got our Keurig when Hitman Absolution came out. I don't understand. Like, you guys don't. Do people not equate memories and time with that?
No, I do it for certain things for sure.
Like 300.
Well, only
But I
things
don't.
where
But I don't think about. I guess the same things that you like. So like something
Yeah.
like Hitman Absolution is just like I didn't play it, so
Oh, true. Well, I find that whenever I have to think about something, I always have to remind myself how old I am first. That happens way too often.
Mm.
That's not good.
what kind of pizza do you want? Wait a minute. How old am I?
When did Fallout 3 come out? Oh, I'll take a ham and onion white sauce.
Oh, when was the last time that the whoever were in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That would have been the Packers and the Cardinals, I think, in 2008, right?
No.
Was it?
Oh wait. No.
Who won it after the Giants beat the Patriots?
That wasn't 08 though. I think the Packers were 10.
So 08 was the Colts?
I think so.
Who was it that blew like the 26-point lead?
The fucking Falcons.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bunch of
Was that-
mooks.
Yeah.
That was 2015.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
year.
What was the one with the one with the Broncos? That was just blowout, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 20 whatever.
Peyton Manning, dude.
That was 2014.
How that is such an
14.
awesome way
That
to
was
go out, though.
2013.
Come on, dude. Fucking winning Super Bowl 50 after his career that he had, and then fucking just going out.
Yep.
He's like, fuck it. I just want Super Bowl 50.
And now he just does nationwide commercials.
He's like, fuck it. I'm gonna write
Wow.
nationwide jingles, dude. He's doing it, man.
Yeah.
That's the gig you want.
Do you think...
One of these days we'll get a nationwide commercial, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, shout out to Nationwide. They're on our side, man. Get a hold of us. ClearShotsPodcast.
Do you think that's the best walk-off like way to end a career? John Elway did it pretty well. John Elway won 2 in a row and then he went out. That's pretty
You
fucking
gotta go out on
legendary.
top, man. As
Yeah.
long as you win the fucking
You
championship.
can't quit on a loss.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I used to do in Rocket League.
That's what we used to do in Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
And
leave on a
sometimes that meant we would play an extra hour and a half.
That's why we always lose.
Weren't we talking? We were talking to Bill about the DMX trick, right? Last week. How whenever we turned on fucking
Oh, yeah.
X gonna give it to you, one
Yep.
of us would score.
Well, somebody has to score at that
Rough
point.
Riders!
Yeah. Yeah. Or Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money. Falsetto, falsetto, falsetto. I found that.
Always. We always score.
I found
Or
that
they would
Snapchat
score.
video the other day. I was going through my old Snapchat videos.
Jesus.
Falsetto, falsetto, falsetto.
I didn't know you could go through old Snapchat videos.
Falsettos on point.
I thought they were lost in the
In the abyss.
yeah.
Well, when did
In the
Snapchat
ether.
come out?
When? How old am I?
How old am I? Well, it's hard for me to keep track of stuff. I'm never.
I just don't. Why would
Yeah.
you keep track of things? I don't understand. There's no reason
My
to.
stuff mentally. It doesn't work well.
Why would you keep track of anything? I just don't get it.
Like it's hard for me to jumble up or unjumble. Like when certain people, because so many of my friends and family members moved houses in such a short period of time. Like Wes moved houses twice. I moved out and moved back in, and then you moved out, and then you moved to here, and Graham moved back to Oswego, and then in that entire time, Fallout 4 came out. Fallout 4 came out. Fallout 4 came out right before I moved out.
It came out in that.
No, it
sort
came
of
out a
timeline.
year before I moved out.
Oh.
Because I was working at Novellus when Fallout 4 came out.
Fair
Because
enough.
I got paid and I bought Fallout 4 and Pillars of Eternity in the same transaction, and I felt like such a high roller.
Wow.
Yep,
That's impressive.
good times. What else happened?
That's
I
about it.
feel like my moving out was far enough beyond
No.
all the rest of
I
that.
still don't remember how long you've been over there.
It's been
Like a
it's-
year?
It hasn't been 6 months yet.
Really? When did Wes move to Rochester? This summer or last summer?
It'll be 6 months in like a week.
When did Alien Covenant come out?
How old are you?
Christy just moved back from Oswego. That was this past year.
Yep.
See, I just don't know, man. All I know is
So
that
there's a
Christy
ti-
moved to Colorado when I graduated high school, and then she moved back to Oswego when I should have graduated college.
She was gone almost exactly 4 years.
Yeah.
That's not the way to remember things, man. I just don't even remember years in general. Like, if you said like, what was the highlight of 2013? I'd be like, I don't know that year. Like, what was 2013? I would have to start like,
2013.
Obamacare, dude.
yeah, that was the big thing, you know.
I'm trying
Like,
to think. 2013
That's
would
the
have
big
been
thing in 2013.
my junior year of tennis. So I'd say that was a highlight. Oh, and I got my fucking third black belt that year.
I graduated
Obamacare.
college.
Did you say nobody cares?
Obamacare. Obama cares.
Let's get that boy in Secret Service.
Yeah, that's what his whole thing was about. It was just about caring about people. It wasn't about health insurance.
Yeah, it was clearly not about caring about people.
Yeah, it's not about caring about people, dude. That's not what matters.
No. Wait, when did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out?
It came out about 4 times, so
I think that was 2013 as well.
Yeah.
yeah, probably. And then it came out again 2 years later. Then it came out again. No, it came out again a year later. Then it came out again 2 years later. Then it came out again for PC, I think. Then it came out again for the Sega Genesis.
When did Sega TV come out?
Nobody knows that, actually. I don't even think so.
I think Dave knows. Dave's
Yeah, he would be like, yeah. It actually, he's probably yelling at his fucking.
he heard us say Sega TV and he's listening. He's just like,
In real time, I just picked this up.
I love him. He's so fucking
I
awesome.
fucking love Dave.
I want him on
Like-
again. I want him on again and again.
I
just can't take it. I can't have enough of it. You know.
we've talked about me not listening to the podcast. I listened to all those episodes.
They're
with
great.
Dave.
My favorite was his it's one of the clips, but his rant about zombies and in general
Yeah, how they
is
wouldn't work.
is just great when you guys are talking about burning tires.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love that everything like
because there really isn't.
it's
many.
really easy for I love listening to Dave explain something because I love analogies.
Well, he
makes it very black and white.
Yes, he points out the obvious, but like he does it in the way that like it makes so much goddamn sense.
Yes, I know. It's so good. He's he's like, if you're burning a tire, you're either fucking crazy or that's the only thing you have to burn.
Right. There really is no other reason.
Or you're in a Last of Us situation. Oh, man.
I mean, it's true.
But yeah, no, I love having him explain things because he breaks it down so perfectly for me. Like if Dave was all of my professors in college,
you'd know so much about
I would
burning
I would so know much more.
3 tires off your old truck. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Dave Peel.
Where's he been? We got to get him on here.
GameStop. He lives there.
You should get Matt McCabe on here.
Could
I actually was thinking about that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really fun. Matt's a good guy. We both
I want to get Steve on here too, because Steve's doing that thing for us. And
yeah, absolutely.
Been friends with Matt for years. Oh my god, I've been friends with Matt since like 12 or 13 or something.
Yeah, we got people.
I remember when
we've known you for fucking real long time.
You've known me longer than that. Yeah.
How old are you?
22. Yeah, that was actually my favorite.
How old were you when we met?
Yeah.
I was.
What game just came out?
7. So, like, Time Splitters 2, or Madden 04.
It's fucking crazy to think about.
That you've known me since I was like that.
Yeah.
Just a wee lad.
I was a little kind of Asian boy with a bowl cut.
Just a wee lad.
And I swore all the time.
Yep.
Constantly, because I wouldn't get in trouble from Wes and Diane for swearing.
Yep.
So I was allowed to swear.
So you got to get it out when you're there. You're like fuck.
Probably.
Yelling fuck, running through the fucking house.
But I just remember like being completely like not knowing any of the illicit activities that were going on, because they would just be like the same way that single mothers are nowadays, and they'd be like, here's a video game and we're gonna go and do drugs. See ya. And I'd sit there and drink Kool-Aid and throw up and eat Pop-Tarts and
throw up
throw up and say fuck and throw up.
Yeah, that's how you learn, man.
Yeah, I've known, and I think I've known Seth for longer than that, because I've been friends with Sean since I was like in kindergarten.
Probably.
So I've probably known both of you since
at
I was
least
like
like
5.
adjacent.
I don't think I've really known anybody since kindergarten. I mean, I don't remember kindergarten, I guess.
Like, I know, like, the first time that we hung out is, I think it was, like, 3rd grade or something like that.
We were just like, yo, what up, dude? What up?
And then,
we had, like, a secret handshake and shit.
But we didn't really start hanging out until middle school, though.
Yeah, that was with Beefy. That was the Beefy age.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah.
Beefy and Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about him not too long ago. He was
Yeah.
He moved or some shit. He lives in LA or some shit now.
Yeah.
I think I've known Paul the longest, because Paul and Wes were always friends.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott.
I remember going to Ben's house and we would just play DDR for like 12 hours straight.
Yep.
Because
those were the days.
I was fucking good at DDR. Yeah, when you could fucking... I used to have the metal pad and everything.
I thought I was good at that, and then, like...
And then you played...
And then I played alongside, like,
and then you played I Like to Move It, and then on Expert.
and then I realized I didn't like to move it anymore.
Yeah, and then you didn't like to move it, because it's Reel to Reel, and that's the only song that band ever had.
But then we played the... we did that finger one for a while.
Yeah.
On the computer. I was fucking nuts at that.
Fuck, I don't even remember what that's called. But it was basically the same thing.
Yeah.
The earliest memory I have, at least with hanging out with everybody, was definitely Time Splitters. I think I mentioned that before. Time Splitters, Smash Brothers, and Guitar Hero. That was all at once.
Yeah, Guitar Hero was like a huge thing.
And then when Rock Band came out, and Wes was the only person that I knew that had Rock Band, it was over. Because he was also a few other people's only person that they knew that had Rock Band.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there, and there would literally be like 12 of us stretched between the dining room and the game room.
Right. You got to rock somewhere.
Rock Band.
You got to rock somewhere,
that was just
and it was
the
always
coolest shit.
Wes's.
And that's the thing that I feel bad for people a lot younger than us, because they're not going to have that.
there's not gonna be co-op experiences like local co-op as much.
I think honestly,
No.
because
it's going to be everyone needs to buy their own console.
Everybody wants it. I mean, even the fucking like 3DS started doing that with Pokemon games.
Right.
They were like, well, you can't save. Well, actually, all the Pokemon games did that, didn't they?
Yeah, all the
Where it's
Pokemon
like,
games were like
you get one
can
save
only have
file.
save file.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Although the Switch doesn't.
I mean,
do
it's
that.
brilliant on
The Switch doesn't do
know
that though.
their part.
Like, you can have a save on each profile that's on your Switch, so that's an improvement.
Yeah.
They needed to do that a long time ago,
I
but
think
it
we
is
talked
very
about this.
smart because if both people have to buy a console, that's the only way to trade, and they made 2 separate versions of all the Pokemon games. I mean, they knew what they were fucking doing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep trying to interrupt you. I felt bad. I was going to say on my Mount Rushmore of gaming experiences is definitely The Last of Us night with me, you, Wes, and Galvin.
Yep.
Where we had 3 TVs side by side and played from like it had to have been 12 hours straight, right? It was like 4
it was
like 4 o'clock in the afternoon until like 4 in the morning.
It was more than that because like I think we started around like 5ish, but then we were still playing at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, because didn't Wes and Diane both go to work and we were still up?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I liked when
Spaghetti
we
ate
would.
a rat in front of us.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
We didn't know. It was a rat.
I
We
always
thought it was
liked
just
when
eating
we'd
like a
be
mouse.
there playing Halo 3 with multiple screens and like just order zonies or some shit. And then Vinny would be like sketched out about it because he sketched out about every time someone delivers food, he's like has to do something sketchy, or anything that's not sketchy, he turns sketchy.
Yep.
You remember the one where they fucking Anthony? This is when I first started hanging out there, and Anthony and Vinny like tied me up in something. Yeah, they tied me up and fucked my ass. No, they tied me up and put a fucking lampshade on my head and had me just sitting on the stairs, and they told me to just roll around and moan and groan.
Those
and I
don't
was just
even
like,
have
like rolling around, and they fucking answered the door like that, and it was just, I don't know. We did a lot of fucking.
these don't even have like conversation. They're called conversation hearts.
They have
It
words
says,
on
like,
them.
It says like DM me and like SMH and
What's that mean?
shit.
Suck my.
Suck my
Heart.
head. I don't want that one. I want a blue one. I don't want that. I want a blue one.
Those, I mean, they're supposed to start conversations, and they're not doing that.
I mean, we just had a conversation about them, so.
Fair enough. Well, we got to play D&D soon.
DM
so.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna DM us in a second.
Yeah, actually is going to DM all of you. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this one plays out. I did not expect that last session to be as difficult as it was. I didn't think that fight was going to
With
be
the
that
hag?
hard. Yeah,
I think we just went about it all wrong. We got cocky.
because 2 of you
Plus,
went unconscious.
I got
and like, yeah,
Because
but
I
look-
was
yeah.
right at the edge of the range of her gaze, so
Yep.
that fucked me.
Well, that's what I
Fucking
like about
asshole.
being. That's what I like about being a ranged character in general.
Well, so's he, but
But I moved in. I didn't know she had that
he
ability.
also doesn't he. You melee attack sometimes, don't you?
no.
You don't.
Nope.
I feel like you're in a closer range than I am most of the time, though.
Yeah,
I know
because
that
you have better
Sean-
range than I do.
Sean is also fucking like.
Well, you've
super-
got sharpshooter now, so
Oh, yeah,
you can still attack. You can attack just as far as he can.
Oh.
The thing is that
120? Or 120.
yeah,
600.
I think his upper range is 120. But like, I don't know. I think like
Jesus Christ.
I
You're
think,
never
like,
gonna finish
I think
that
the
thing.
fact that he's sturdier than you are is why he's more willing to go up closer.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Like a ranged fighter with a D10 based hit point rather than a sorcerer with a D6 based.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
plus
true.
I have 2 fucking crossbows, and I can go. Well, I can't dual wield like Saints Row, but I can have 1.
And then, really, you just load it super quick.
Yeah, I have like the auto reloader from fucking Dishonored.
Yeah, it's just an auto reload.
Yeah.
It's like the Star Wars blaster rifles. They don't actually have ammo. They just keep shooting, unless they overheat. Then you're in trouble. I feel like those they took that mechanic from Gears of War. They had that active reload mechanic in the Battlefield or front games.
Is that real? Can you do that in real life?
Yeah, because no, not in real life.
Like if you reload fast enough and you prime the bullet, does it do more damage?
No. You know what I noticed in Insurgency though is if you chamber a bullet and then you pull your clip out, you can with your clip out, you can still fire that bullet.
Did you
So
know that
like
there's
if you reload as soon as you spawn, you take that whole clip out. And then you put a new clip in, and then you have an extra round because there's one already chambered in your gun. That's how detailed that fucking game is.
Did you know that there's a fast reload?
Yeah, double tap the reload.
I didn't know that.
It gets rid of that magazine.
Yeah, Wes told me that. And I'm like, why didn't I do that? Because if you have an empty magazine, you're obviously not going to save it.
Right.
So just double tap it, you whip it,
Yeah.
pop it in.
I do it when it's really low. If I have, like, you just... Because you're going to fucking supply after a couple of things anyway.
It's a good game, man, and every gun in that game is overpowered, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Because you die so fast.
If every gun is overpowered,
then none of them are overpowered.
Okay,
it's all
okay,
balanced.
Incredibles.
It's not that they're overpowered. It's just you don't have any health.
You die wicked quick.
Yeah.
But the M16 is legitimately overpowered. Like
I use the M4.
You should use the M4 squared and get the M16 because it's fucking overpowered. It's seriously so good.
I'll try it.
I wish I recorded the game that I played the other day. I was hiding in a market. I was the last one alive, and I was capturing it. And then Wes is like, "You're the last one," and all three of them are headed right towards you. So I'm like, all right. So I stand up and I'm like looking around, and they walk single file into the fucking room I'm in. They can't see me because I'm behind a cash register. And I fucking poke my gun out and just like boom, boom, boom. They're all dead. I capture the point. Everybody respawns. Game over.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. It's so good. But yeah, that's it. See ya.
All right.
Episode 50. Hopefully we do 50 more.
Yep.
At least.
Next
many more.
Next week we have the hidden.
Next week we're off technically, but you'll get the episode re-recorded.
Did you want to record one next week anyway? Because I'm off all next week.
I mean, we can.
I'm down.
Yeah.
We could have.
I was going to be an off week if you were both off.
Well, I didn't. I thought
because I
thought I was going to be starting in the tax office next week, but I'm still.
We
doing
recorded
training.
one like a couple weeks ago just to put it out for 51.
Yeah.
Do pre Super Bowl.
Yeah. We were thinking about doing a live stream for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to be here for the whole Super Bowl because apparently we're not doing a party at our house this year.
Yeah, we'll see. We might do that.
I guess we didn't do one last year. My dad said we haven't done a Super Bowl party in 2 years. I'm like, I must have got really drunk last year. Oh yeah, I did because the Eagles won.
Oh yeah, because I was 20.
I was 21. First off, and the Eagles won. So I remember getting way too drunk because I was fucking mad. And that's the best time to get drunk is when you're mad about sports.
Right. Or if your team wins the Super Bowl.
Cheers.
All right, that's it. So that's what's going on next week. We got Zamaya. We'll just say it.
Yeah, we got Zamaya France on, which is sweet. We have a lot with him, right? Isn't it like 4 hours? 3.5? That's one of the longest. We did 3 parts.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember. But you'll find out.
I was drinking Natty Daddies.
Oh, so you wicked don't remember.
Nope.
Oh, shit. All right, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. 1 and 50. And like the 9 other ones you were in. It's really dope.
like that.
But that's really what we strive to do when we started this off. We were like, let's just...
Have Brian on.
Honestly,
we were like, well, like we like hanging out with our friends, and we're always laughing, and we figure maybe we could spread a little bit of that.
It's the longest podcast I've done. So
yeah, same. I mean, I was part of Same Circle Wrestling like twice.
Yeah, it was like give or take.
Yeah, 2 episodes. I did the fucking WrestleMania pre-show and post-show, and that was then I think that was it. You never did it again.
Yeah, that was it. I think we started like another season, and then because we would do seasons like after SummerSlam, we'd start another season, and then after WrestleMania, we'd do another season.
Was probably on more than that. Who should we try and have on again that we had before, but only once?
We'd have to look through probably.
Okay, well I already know mine, and it's Cody. So shout out
Oh
to
yeah,
Cody.
That's right.
Oh shit. Where's Cody
All
been?
right. Well, we've wrapped this up like 4 times, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and we wouldn't be here without you.
At Clear Shots Pod on Twitter.
Yeah, and if you didn't want to hear
Check
this
us
part,
out
then
on
just
Facebook.
fast forward, you fucking hicks. I love saying that.
Clear Shots is available on any of your favorite podcast platforms. ClearShotsPodcast.com is the best place to find all of our social media links. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.